Welcome to the presentation on Mnemosyne, supporting reminiscence for individuals with dementia in residential care settings. Welcome to the presentation on Mnemosyne, supporting reminiscence for individuals with dementia in residential care settings. The research has been conducted by me, Andrea Baumann, and my co-authors Peter Shaw, Ludwig Trotter, Sarah Clinch, and Nigel Davies. Over the last decade, the number of dementia cases has been increasing steadily, reaching 55 million cases worldwide in 2022. Although people of any age can get dementia, it is a disease occurring primarily late in life, with people over 65 more likely to be affected. As the disease progresses, people with dementia often move into full-time or residential care, as the amount of care required to fulfill their needs exceeds what family members can provide. And also, these residential facilities provide a safe and supportive environment. Individuals with dementia often encounter difficulties in maintaining social connections and preserving the sense of identity and belonging. To counteract this, carers often employ reminiscence therapy, where they use, for example, photos and videos to trigger residents' memories. But carers often end up shortcutting sessions or holding group sessions rather than individual sessions, because of the time required to prepare the material for successful reminiscence. Moreover, in addition to these time constraints, caregivers also often lack cues rich enough for reminiscence to be conducted successfully. And while there has been previous research focusing on supporting people of different ages and people with memory impairments such as dementia in the reminiscing, few projects have focused on improving reminiscence for individuals with dementia in residential care environments. As such, we developed Mnemosyne, a reminiscence system developed during COVID, which enables care home staff and residents' family members to share pictures and videos personal to the resident, which can then be used by residents and carers for reminiscence. Our goal was to develop a system that supported three distinct sets of stakeholders, namely residents of care homes living with dementia, the families of residents who wanted to supply material that could be used for reminiscence, and finally, professional caregivers within residential settings. The current design results from an extensive iterative design process involving care home management, residents' family members, and HDI experts. Mnemosyne itself consists of two parts, the content sharing subsystem and the content presentation subsystem. The content sharing subsystem comprises a browser-based application that enables family members and care home staff to upload photos and videos to a content store. Here you can see the workflow for uploading content to Mnemosyne via its browser-based application, starting with login, followed by room and resident selection, which leads to Mnemosyne's main page where previously uploaded content can be edited. Users can either drag and drop content into the grey area for content upload or press the upload button. In the bottom left corner, on upload, an edit overlay opens and users can add a description for the uploaded file and apply tags. The content presentation subsystem takes the form of a pervasive display network responsible for scheduling and presenting content as a full-screen slideshow onto display devices in the residents' bedrooms. They can be viewed by residents and care home staff. We used a mixed methods deployment-based study to better understand use and experiences of Mnemosyne. For this, we recruited participants that represented all three of our stakeholder groups: residents, family members, and caregivers. Altogether, 19 residents were using the system over the duration of the study, all of them female with ages ranging from 73 to 96, who could no longer live independently and had moderate to severe dementia. Our content analysis took place over data that was uploaded by 33 browser-based application users, 30 of which were family members and 3 care home staff. For the semi-structured interviews, we interviewed a total of 5 participants, 2 of which were family members and 3 staff. At point of study, our deployment had run for 2 years in a residential care home in the northwest of England. During that time, the deployment expanded in terms of both number of deployed screens and users. Mnemosyne is currently still operational and continues to be used. we evaluated our results through log analysis, content analysis, and semi-structured interviews. For residents, the use of the system was analysed, but we did not interview residents due to the degree of dementia they were experiencing. For family members and caregivers, we analysed both quantitative data reflecting the use of the system and conducted semi-structured interviews. Our results allowed us to derive three main contributions: design implications for systems built for reminiscence, discussion of the suitability of traditional success metrics, and the role of pervasive displays in supporting unsupervised reminiscence. Due to the time constraints of this talk, I'll now be discussing the second and third contribution in more detail. Looking at the usage analytics of the browser-based application, we can see that out of 33 individuals, only 20 accessed the application on a second day, and only 1 used the system on more than 25 individual days. Additionally, only 17 out of 33 uploaders uploaded any content at all, and for 6 residents, no content had been uploaded by family members or staff, which rendered the residents unable to engage with Mnemosyne. Merely taking the use of the browser-based application as an indication for Mnemosyne's success, one might consider the system a failure. However, while the usage patterns are able to give indications about the browser-based application's ability to create lasting engagement and Mnemosyne's perceived value to family members and care home staff, they are inconclusive about the system's success in supporting reminiscence. Residents who are the intended recipient of reminiscence content and who engage in the reminiscing process due to their dementia are unable to provide feedback or evaluate the system's success directly. Given the principal users, namely the residents, inability to evaluate success, the burden of assessment falls on caregivers and family members. As such, we have used outcome-oriented metrics that consider changes in residents' behaviour, mood, and overall well-being as indicators of success. We additionally measured success by the extent to which Mnemosyne facilitates meaningful interactions between residents and caregivers during reminiscence sessions. One of our key findings of our study was the impact of Mnemosyne on residents' behaviour and mood. It was observed that residents exhibited greater cooperation during bedtime routines, perhaps as a result of viewing the family pictures and engaging in reminiscence. This indicates that the system not only serves as a source of nostalgia, but also has a practical benefit in supporting caregiving working practices. Furthermore, we see that residents showed a heightened engagement with the displayed pictures, marked by expressions of interest, excitement, and surprise. This suggests that the system effectively captures their attention and stimulates cognitive and emotional responses to the content. Notably, even residents who may not recognize the subjects in the photos that they see found genuine interest in the content. This demonstrates the system's capacity to spark curiosity and stimulate conversation. Another noteworthy outcome of the system is its potential as a distraction during times where residents experience fatigue and confusion. By providing engaging content, the system effectively redirects residents' focus away from the cognitive challenges and offers a therapeutic means to engage with their surroundings. This finding underscores the system's ability to serve as a valuable tool for caregivers in managing residents' behaviour and mood. However, staff members face constraints in assessing the system's impact. They can share insights into how the system facilitates reminiscing during one-on-one interactions and offer observations on residents' behaviour and mood, but they do not know whether the system encourages independent reminiscence among residents. Likewise, family members are ill-equipped to evaluate the system's success in fostering reminiscence among residents. Their feedback is more likely reflective of their own engagement with the system rather than the impact it has on the residents' reminiscing experiences. Evaluating the effectiveness of reminiscence support systems therefore poses a methodological challenge. New approaches are needed because traditional metrics relying on user feedback and satisfaction may not be applicable, as the principal users cannot provide direct input. To wrap it up, we created Mnemosyne, a system that enables family members to share personal content with residents outside of in-person visits. By utilizing pervasive display technology in residents' bedrooms, residents' privacy can be maintained. Residents are able to interact with the content during their alone time inside the bedrooms, and staff can also integrate it during one-on-one reminiscence sessions. Our exploration of Mnemosyne over its 2-year-long deployment showcased the system's value to care home staff. We highlight the challenge of measuring success of reminiscence systems as a methodological problem and provide design insights that will shape the development of future systems. For future work, we will be looking into automatic content personalization and a dementia-friendly control unit that allows residents to interact with Mnemosyne's content. Thank you very much for listening to my talk.